No, 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 no. If you expected this to be a video where I tell you it's okay to sit around, goon all day, stay isolated in a fucking dark room, consuming fucking chips and I don't know, what else do fuckers do? Drink alcohol and eat junk food all day. This is not one of those. This is not the type of solitude I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the type of solitude that you need when you're on a mission, when you're chasing big goals and you want to make things happen. You want to turn your dreams into a fucking reality. That's the type of solitude I'm talking about. If that ain't you, if that ain't what you're here for, then get the fuck out. You don't have, you can just click off right now. Please. That would save us both the time. Yeah. Now, the first thing you could actually do for you to enjoy being alone is understand your status and ask yourself, why are you alone? Why are you in solitude? Have you tried to make friends? Let's start there. Have you actually tried to go out, make friends? If you've tried and you felt like you were not accepted, why is that? Let's try this. You go out, say hi to a few strangers at the gym, at school, at campus, whatever sits you in, at work, whatever. You go out, you say hi, you have to chill with them. What's not clicking thee? Is it the way you talk? Do you talk different? What's keeping you from fitting in? Have you tried to fit in? And have you actually fit in? Yeah. Now, this video is specifically for the people that have mastered social skills in the sense that they were able to fit in. They were able to do group activities. They were able to go out, party, and have fun at some point. And then that little context within itself was not fulfilling enough for them. They felt empty. Their mind was drifting constantly when they were in that context. You feel me? So this video is for that person that genuinely asked themselves, I don't like being here. Why am I here? I need to actually be alone to work on my goals, hammer down on the important tasks, hammer down on the shit that actually moves the fucking needle. After you've asked yourself why you alone, you're going to need to move on to the second step, which is create a routine. Within that routine, you're going to need to make sure that at the end of every day, you are tired the fuck out. You've tired yourself the fuck out. You don't have any ounce of energy left. The biggest trick that's worked for me is going to the gym and then having a big dinner so I don't have time to even think about anything. There's no room for gooning. There's no room for girls. Nothing. I'm zoned the fuck in. I'm not trying to socialize with nobody right now because the thing people don't realize is if you're currently in the pits, if you don't like where you are, that little temptation, that little voice in your head that tells you, no, let me take some time off today. Let me go see that girl, even though she's a hoe. Let me go see that girl today. Let me get my nut off today. The little thing, you don't realize it, but it zaps the life out of you, kills your entire momentum. You end up staying late until 12 o'clock when your bedtime was at 8 or 9 o'clock. All of a sudden, you're up at 10 when you were supposed to be up at 7 or 6 or even 5. You're up at 10 a.m. It's gonna take you weeks to get your routine back. Weeks, if not a few days. And by the time you try and push through those few days, you've actually fucked up everything because your brain is not functioning at optimal capacity. Now, within that step 2 of creating a routine, your routine needs to have a few fundamental factors. One of them is make sure you tire the fuck out, like I mentioned. Second one, make sure you have the gym almost every day. I'd recommend every day because if you're chasing big goals, you don't want to have even an hour where the devil can get in and intervene. Okay, you don't want to have a single minute left to the unplanned. You don't want to have that. You do not want to have a single minute, a single hour. You don't want to have anything left to being unplanned. Everything needs to be squeezed in to all the time you have. You have roughly 16 hours in a day, every day. Make sure that every one of those hours is accounted for. Every single one of those. Number one, you tire the fuck out. You're working on the dream. If your dream is to build a software, a SaaS, AI automation, content, you're working on it. You're doing your research. You're recording videos. All right? Secondly, go to the fucking gym and push hard. Push fucking hard. Leave, number 3, leave that biggest meal for dinner. Why dinner, you may ask? Say you went to the gym, you came back, you had a light meal, and now it's about, your bedtime is at 10. or 9, 9 or 10. 7, 8, you have a huge dinner, carb dinner. You have your carb dinner filled with protein, that type of dinner, right? You will feel sluggish. For the most part, if you're actually full, you have a large dinner and you feel really full, you will feel sluggish. The main reason I want you to feel sluggish at this point in time, number one, it's late at night. Okay. You don't want to be doing anything late at night because that might awake your brain and that might keep you up at night. Number one. Number two, that'll keep you from doing shit like going out or texting friends or texting that bitch. You don't want to do that. You're better off being a sloth in those hours of the day. Okay. You're better off being a sloth. You're better off just being sluggish at those hours of the night. You don't want that. Right. So those 3 things need to be within your routine. Account for every hour of the fucking day. Number 3, the third most important thing of this is have measurable goals. Now, you want to have short-term goals and you want to have like the big vision. And you also want to have like medium-term goals, like long-ish term goals. If the big vision is, stuff like mansions, Ferraris, Beamers, or it's just like directly tied to your goal, like get X amount of clients or get X amount of subscribers, then have that as the biggest version. Have that as the biggest unmeasurable, unattainable metric, which you don't have control to. Remember, you can't really control how many followers you get. That's up to the people and that's up to the algorithm. You need to focus on what you can do better. Now, what do I mean by this? To further elaborate, if you've been making 7 videos a week for the past 4 weeks straight and you haven't seen any increase in your views, start trying to increase the quality of your videos. Now, that's what I mean by measurable goals. How many videos have you increased the quality of moving forward? Now, you want to set about a 2 to 3 months time span. Within that 2 to 3 months time span, you don't want to think about that big goal specifically. You want to think about hitting those numbers, okay? Now, for me, personally, I have gym goals, I have financial goals, and I have, what other goals do I have? That's basically about it. Gym goals, financial goals, right? My gym goals was currently is to bench about 120 kilos by the end of the next 2 to 3 months. With that, that's all I'm focused on. Even though like one of my biggest goals is to bench about 4 to 5 plates. Right now, I'm just focused on the few goals because the moment I hit that, I get a dopamine surge. I have something measurable. I have something to tell me to keep going. And it's not destructive at all. It's not like saying the moment I hit 120 kilos, I'm now going to go out and drink and party and be a fucking retard. That's not the goal. I haven't accomplished much in the grand scheme of things, but within my current context, I've accomplished the main goal. After that, I can now focus on adding the next 10 to 20 kilos. So you need to make sure you have goals that are attainable, that you're always looking toward. If your goal is to make, let's say, for instance, 10K a month, right now, focus on if you haven't made a single dollar, focus on just making $10. Focus on just making $100. Make that the goal for the next 1 to 2 months. If the 2 months passes and you haven't accomplished that, ask yourself why. What did I miss? What did I not do? What can I improve? And just like that, you keep doing that. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's all about the iterations at the end of the day. If you're going to slow down every time something happens or every time you hit a milestone, you're going to get out competed every single time. Now, all that being said, fellas, get at it and stay with it.